good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being with us here tonight. We have a very special event for you all tonight. We're waiting for a couple of people to get in here with important information just for every single one of you all, but you have us now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the appeal process, and then as they enter into the broadcast, we will cut to them so that they can share the important information that they have for you, uniquely for you all. All right. So let us begin, ladies and gentlemen. Let me share my screen. Oh, where'd my screen go?
I'm right here, man.
There it is. Before we continue with us tonight, we have the awesome, the incredible, the amazing, the ever so intelligent, knowledgeable, artsy fartsy person, Nicole. Let's give her a round of applause, guys. She makes all the things that don't make sense, and you'll understand that in the next slide. But first, let's go over what we're going to do here tonight. Oh, we have Fritz. Yes. I wish I had a sound effects button so I could do like a Cubs or something. But go ahead, Assessor. Go ahead and take over, and then we'll jump in right after you.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for the opportunity to be with you here today. This is really, I know it takes a pretty hardcore group to be out with all the challenges that we have under COVID. Beautiful summer day. To be with us here tonight. So thank you for joining us. I really appreciate the opportunity that we have here because I know the property tax system is confusing. We have these workshops because the system is hard. And believe me, even when I talk to real estate professionals or people who are in government or people involved in setting your taxes, all of these things, even for them, are really hard to understand. Probably more than like 95% of the people I meet, even in the real estate industry and politics, are hard to understand. So we're here to serve you. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit more about who we have here with us today. So first of all, I just wanted to thank Commissioner Aguilar for the opportunity to speak with you. Commissioner Aguilar, just like I am, we're new to Cook County government. We're bringing in fresh ideas, and being involved in direct contact with you, just like this event today, finding ways to serve you, be with you where you are, to help you out, to help you through the system that's supposed to serve you is really our job. And we come into this job with a real delight, and I just want to thank Commissioner Aguilar for the opportunity for convening us here today. Also wanted to introduce two members of my outreach team who just do a terrific job. They've been doing amazing outreach to the public through, again, where people are. So Nicole Jardine, she's our Director of Communications off here to the right, and Hector Dominguez off to the left. They have found all sorts of ways to use technology to serve you better. They've also been doing workshops, even under conditions of COVID, being really careful about safety, all to serve you better. We know how hard COVID has been on everyone. It's affected people's jobs, people's employment, people's health. It's disrupted families. You might hear my kids in the background as they're getting restless before dinner time. So we know how hard this is for everyone. And so that makes us doubly appreciative that we're here tonight. And so we want to deliver it for you and give you the knowledge that you need to be able to answer your questions. So with that, how about I introduce Commissioner Aguilar, who represents Cicero. You know, Cicero's open. I live in Oak Park. We're just a little bit away. I was just in Cicero the other day enjoying the wonderful, wonderful food at Freddy's, which is one of my favorite places on earth, which has just, and my kids tell me I want to go there. I should take them there more often. But really happy to serve all of you out there in Cicero because the appeals window is open. So this is just the perfect time to have this discussion. So how about I hand it over to Commissioner Aguilar. Thanks again for the wonderful opportunity to be here with you today.
I'm not Commissioner Aguilar, but he is just running a few minutes
Oh,
late,
okay.
so we will add him in as soon as he joins us.
Okay, great. Well, in the meantime, this is Angelina, also our Director of Communications with Nicole, and we're just so proud of our team. They've done amazing things to keep everything together under conditions of COVID. So some of the things we'll show you tonight, we'll show you our website, which this team helped to put together. It's all about making this more simple for you, giving you the tools you need, making sure you can get the exemptions you need, to show you how easy it is to file an appeal online. Don't have to leave your house, don't have to hire a lawyer, don't have to find your own comps. All of this we do for you. The simplicity with which we do this has all been made possible by this great team of people here. We'll also make sure we leave plenty of time for questions for you. We know we have questions, that you have questions, and any kind of question's okay. We're already here to serve you. If we can't answer your question tonight, dollars to donuts, we will get it answered in the next few days because we have the expertise of our team right here for you. Hector, Angelina, and Nicole, you have anything to add before we bring on Commissioner Aguilar?
We might just want to go ahead and start, Hector, and then we'll maybe add him in. I'm not sure, he might be just a few minutes behind. Okay?
Super, let's do it. So first, just thank you, Assessor, for having us out here, letting us do these kinds of outreaches, these types of events for people who are negatively affected by COVID. We can't go out to them, but we're still able to have the same services that we had before to them. So just thanks for spearheading this kind of engagement. This is awesome. And I just want to try out my new sound effects. So yes. All right, let's get back into the presentation. So ladies and gentlemen, what you see here are two different kinds of forms that are going to be coming from the county, right? One comes from us, the other comes from the Cook County Treasurer's Office. Now, this gray one, black and white and gray, typically has a picture of your house on the top right-hand corner. This is called a reassessment notice. This is not a tax bill. I repeat, this is not a tax bill. This has important information on it, information you should know, like your PIN number, your township, your neighborhood code, your construction type, your property class, the age of your property. And if you scroll towards the bottom, it will also have your appeal deadline on it as well. Again, this is not a bill. This just lets you know what our office believes your home is worth, your property is worth based on market value sales similar to yours. Now, on the other side of that, this is a tax bill. This is sent from the Cook County Treasurer's Office. It will have the amount that you owe at the very top. It'll have your exemptions if you applied for them, of course, right here under the tax calculator. Again, the amount you owe will be right here as well. It'll have your name, it'll have your address and your PIN number right here in this blank area and down here as well. Again, this is a tax bill. Reassessment notice is not a tax bill. This gets sent to you when your township is being reassessed. This gets sent to you twice a year. The first one is in February and it is blue. The second one is in July and it is yellow. Now, you guys remember when I told you that that Nicole was very artistic and she was awesome, she was incredible? This is what I'm talking about. So we have something called the Triennial, right? Properties are reassessed every 3 years. This year, we're doing the South. I live in the southern portion of the county. Next year, we're going to be doing the city portion of the county. And the year after that, we're going to be doing the northern part of the county. In the past, we kind of had trouble explaining this situation here. But thanks to Nicole and her really good ability to take things that are complex and hard and make them super simple, she created this really awesome graphic here. So I'm going to leave this on the screen for a second, actually, so that if you guys want to screenshot it, take a picture of it, that way you have it for your records. And Cicero, you are located in the southern part of the county, right here. right here next to Berwyn, next to Proviso, Riverside, Lyon, Stickney. That is where you are. Now, you just heard from the assessor himself, but Assessor Skage's goal is for property assessments to be fair, accurate, and transparent. Our goal is to make sure that we get the property value right the first time, guys. So you don't have to appeal, but in the event that we don't get it right, you do have the legal option to appeal. So what does that mean? What are the steps? How do we transition into those things? This is what it is right here. Once you receive a reassessment notice, if you disagree with your estimated fair market value, you can then appeal. It's super simple, but you do need a reason why you are appealing. You can't just say, my neighbor told me to appeal, my friends told me to appeal, everyone else is doing it. No, there has to be a reason. We're going to go over those reasons shortly, but just remember that. What happens after that is you file your appeal, and then our analyst will then review the evidence that you gave, that you provided, along with their own evidence, and then they'll determine if the appeal is going to have a decrease or if it'll have a no change. Once that is done, our analysts are going to go in and just, do the best that they can and make sure everything is right. We want to be transparent as possible, as fair as possible. So, to do so, you would go to Cook County to file an appeal. You would go to cookcountyassessor.com/online-appeals, right? I'm going to show you this also, but here's where you'll find the online portal. Here's where you can start your appeal, save your appeal, revise, edit, submit, all from the comfort of your home, using your cell phone, using an iPad, a tablet, a computer, a laptop, whatever you have, you can appeal from as long as you have access to the internet on it. You can also submit supporting documentation. And please, I saw this question today and it kind of put up a red flag. Our office never charges to file an appeal. Someone said that that's some information that they were told from a third party. Our office, the Cook County Assessor's Office, never charges to file an appeal with our office. That's not what we do. Also, please note that in the past, if you've been appealing with us in the past, you know that there were 30 days to appeal, then there were 10 days to add additional documentation, and there were 3 days to do something else. Assessor K came in and said, we're not going to do that no more. He made it completely way better. You have 35 days to file your appeals. Real simple. That way there's no trying to figure out which days overlap with what. Just 35 days to file your appeal. So what I'm going to do now is show you how to do so. So we're going to go to cookcountyassessor.com. And then we're going to scroll over to appeals, click. And then from there, you're going to scroll down to online appeals. Here we have an informative little video. I'm super visual. I can read something a million times. I'm not going to get it. But if I watch it, I can learn and then I can do it. So we have a video for those who are like me. And then here are the supporting documentations, kind of the rules and guidelines we have to follow when you're doing an appeal. And then when you're ready, you would just click this blue online appeal portal button. From there, you would create your own account. It's super simple. It's easy. Go ahead and put in your email address and then your password. And then we are in. So now what I'm going to do now is walk you through all of the windows that appear when you're filing an appeal. There is a window missing, and it's just because it was super simple. When you guys are appealing, if you have a house, you want to do a residential appeal. If you have a condo, you want to do a condo appeal. Real simple. Then after that, this is the screen you get. So from here, we just want to know what we're doing, right? So we need to know what your PIN number is. We need to know what your address is, your city, and your property class. From there, we need to figure out, is this just an appeal or is this an appeal with a certificate of error? And I believe one of the questions out there, I'm not sure actually, but I could have swore there was a question that asked about certificate of errors when you're filing an appeal. So if you have a certificate of error and you're trying to file that as well, it must be filed along with an appeal. It can only be filed with an appeal, and that's what these check boxes are here for. And again, and a certificate of error for an appeal is completely different. This is for a factual error. For example, there was a fire in your house last year, and with all the chaos, you did not let our office know. So you're being assessed as a property when really there was a demolition, or there was vacant land, or it was uninhabitable, something like that. The square footage is way off, or the type of home, we have it wrong. We say you have a building with 6 apartments or less, but you really have a single family home, right? This is where that would be corrected. The very next portion is maybe you have another PIN number, right? Now you might be saying, well, why would I have more than one PIN number? It happens, guys. Some people have property that's so big, it sits on 2 different lots. Or if you're a condo, you might have a parking space or a spot in the garage or something like that. Or you might have an extra piece of land next to your home if you have like a building with 2 stories or something like that. So if you have additional PIN numbers, this is where that would go. And you would know if you had additional PIN numbers because everything you receive from our office is doubled. You would get 2 tax bills, first installment and second installment, things like that. Next, we kind of want to know who you are, right? So when you get to this portion, all you do is click this little drop-down menu, and you let us know who you are. If you're the taxpayer owner, that's where you would check that. And then the exact same thing here. We want to know who you are, make sure your name is correct, make sure your address is correct, your city, your phone number, your email, everything. That way we can get in touch with you if we need to. And then from here, a question we usually get is, hey, you guys say I have 2 bathrooms, but I really only have 1. Or, hey, you guys say I'm a 2-story, but I'm really a 1-story. Those are property characteristics, right? If those are incorrect, this is where that is corrected. You just come in here and type, no, my property is not 100 years old. It's really 50. No, my property is not a 2-story building. It is a single-story building. No, I don't know. No, I don't have 2 bathrooms. I only have 1. This is where that would get corrected. And then from here, this is kind of the meat and potatoes, right? So earlier we talked about people wanting to appeal because they were told to appeal, or a friend told them to appeal, or everyone else is appealing. When in reality, if you're going to appeal, we need a reason why. Here is where those reasons come in. You have lack of uniformity. That means Nicole and I have the same kind of home built on the same same area, same person built, the same architect, same style, same color, same everything, same square footage. But for whatever reason, her value is less than mine, which means my property is not uniform to hers and to nobody else's in the area, and I want to know why. The next one is overvaluation. That's probably everyone in here. There's no way my home could sell for this much. If it could, I would sell it to you right now. Vacancy means you have an empty property. If you choose vacancy, you will have to provide proof, so pictures that you have an empty property. Fire damage, self-explanatory. If there was a fire, please be ready to provide the police reports, fire reports, insurance, estimates, all of that. That's actually what happened to me. My home was arsoned in 2011, and we had to provide all of this information to the assessor's office. Next is property description error. That's what we talked about earlier, where there's something wrong in the characteristics, or there's something wrong in the square footage, or there's a factual error, right? That's where you would check that. The next one is building is uninhabitable. This means you physically cannot live there. It does not mean that the kitchen is too small. It does not mean that I don't have a walk-in closet. It does not mean that my husband still lives there, right? It means you physically cannot live there. There's no roof, there's no floor, there's no wall, right? You're physically unable to live there. The next one is building no longer exists. Self-explanatory if there's no building. And then other would be acts of God, right? So like last week, actually, there was a crazy thunder, wind, earth, fire storm we had out here. And literally the fence in the back of my house blew over and almost took out the side of my house, right? So if that were to happen, I would have checked other, because there is nothing on here that says, hey, the wind threw projectile material, rocks and bricks into my house, destroying my home, right? Now, some people contact us and want to file an appeal, and then they want to request a field check. So a field check is you saying, hey, I want someone to come to my property, redraw and remeasure my property. If that's you, just go ahead and click yes. And then in this bottom portion, just type out what the situation is. Why do you think someone should go to your home and redraw and remeasure? Do you think we have the square footage wrong? Do you think we have the property type wrong? Do you think the construction type is wrong? Do you think, right? Let us know why you believe we should come out. The next portion, this portion, all of it's important, but this is very important. So this is where you would upload your additional documentation, right? So this is where you would upload your closing documentation, your appraisal, your plat of survey, pictures if you have any. If you're trying to submit comparable properties, this is where you would do that also. But just keep in mind, for our office, you don't need to supply or provide, additional comparable properties. Our office is going to do that for you. Our analysts are going to do that for you. However, that is a right that you have. So if you do want to do that, you can contact your township assessor office. They have the AIM program, AIM, that will help you find comparables. Or you can go to our website, cookcountyassessor.com, and scroll over and click on comparable properties. It's in one of the tabs. I'll show you guys in a second. And then you can find comparables there as well. But please keep in mind, if you look here and you read the fine print, some of these attachments are, you have to be careful. You can't attach more than 10 files. You can only attach, Word documents, Excel spreadsheets, PDFs, pictures, PNGs. Those are pictures that have transparent backgrounds, or the amount of the megabytes you're allowed to upload change with each one. So just make sure you're paying attention to what you're doing. Now, after that, you get a notice like this that says, hey guys, we're just letting you know you're filing an appeal. So we need your information. We need all your information here, your name, your phone number, your email, and please read the red portion that says, please be advised that once you click submit, you will not be able to make changes or add additional documents to your filing. The submit button's all the way down here. Once you get there, we just want to make sure you understand what you're doing, right? So once you click that, you're going to get this, and this will pop up. It says, are you sure you want to submit this filing? We're asking you more than once, guys. So if you click yes, give me a second. If you click yes, this is what you will receive. Now, we get this question every single day. Hey, guys, filed my appeal. I'm done with everything, but I didn't get my confirmation email. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your confirmation. It says confirmation on it. It says thank you. It has your filing ID number on it. And it says right here, please print off a copy of this filing for your records. So you can take a screenshot. You can print it off. Excuse me, sorry. You can even, it says right here, print filing. This is your confirmation. Will you receive a confirmation via email? Absolutely. But it's going to take a little bit longer. So we just want to make sure that you have this information here. All right, now let me unshare my screen. All right, guys, that was the presentation on appeals. Now is my favorite part of the Q&A. This is, you guys know if you've been watching me for a while, this is my favorite thing to do. I love getting in and just helping you guys answer your questions. So I'm assuming somebody's going to jump in, and let's do it.
Hi, Hector. Before we jump into the Q&A, I'd like to introduce to you a member of Commissioner Aguilar's team, Tanisha.
She's muted.
Oh, is she? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
How you doing?
I am doing well. I'd like to offer our apologies. The Commissioner, Frank Aguilar, was having trouble joining the stream, but he is watching. And I want to thank Assessor Kiegi for hosting this, and your team, Hector Dominguez and Angelina Romero. Thank you very much for organizing this. We very much appreciate it. You can find more information about Commissioner Aguilar if you go to his page, Commissioner Frank J. Aguilar on Facebook. Thank you.
We actually have the link right here too for anyone who's interested. For sure. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to jump into the Q&A, I guess. I have a couple here. This is Jessica Cruz. How you doing, Miss Cruz? Jessica Cruz. Fun fact, that is the name of the Green Lantern in the future. So it's pretty cool name. Superhero comic book stuff, guys, nerd stuff. Sorry. I just did the homeowner exemption under the affidavit for date of occupancy. I did. And you did the wrong date. Don't worry about that. That's super easy to fix, Jessica. All you gotta do is inbox us. You can send us a Facebook inbox, or you can DM us on Instagram or Twitter with your name and your PIN number, and we can go ahead and get that situated for you. That's an easy fix. How you doing, Roseanne? What's next?
Hi, Hector. Sorry, I'm back. Really bothering you tonight, interrupting you.
No, this is good. I like it.
Actually, we have the commissioner now. So I will add.
Hold on.
Okay. So let's add Fritz. Let's do that and remove myself.
Commissioner Aguilar, so happy to have us here, and so good to hear you. This is I was just telling folks when we started that we're both new to Cook County, trying to bring a fresh approach to this. I hope it came out in the presentation of my team. I hope you're able to see some of it, and we're really pleased to be here with you to speak to your constituents.
Well, very good. Thank you. Thank you very much, Assessor. And thank you for being in Cicero. Your office helped a lot of people in Cicero. I guess like last week, a couple weeks ago, a lot of their seniors. So I want to appreciate and thank you for having your office there and helping our residents. Okay. So again, thank you, everybody. Thank you for your hard work.
This is great. Thanks so much, Commissioner Aguilar, for the opportunity. And let's do it again in person when it's safe to do so.
Absolutely.
All right. There we go. Okay, so how about we show off the commissioner our whiz-bang technology here and more of our Q&A skills.
Let's do it.
I'm enjoying it.
All right.
All right. Next we have Cheryl. Jessica Cruz. Okay, Cheryl. I need your help. I received a letter or form saying I can get the senior freeze, and then it got changed. I was 65 last year, born in 1954. So should I get the senior freeze? So the senior freeze has different qualifications, different requirements, right? So one of those requirements is that you were born in 1954 or before, which according to you, you are. The second requirement is that you do not make more than $65,000 as a total household income gross. I don't know what you make. That's between you and Jesus. However, if you fit that or you meet that, then you're good. The third requirement is the one that a lot of people forget about. It's you had to have owned and occupied the property January 1, 2018 and January 1, 2019. So that may have been the case. However, irrelevant. Just inbox us with your phone number and your PIN number, and we will go ahead and look that over for you and make sure we contact you with a reason why. Oh, shout out to Teresa. How you doing, Teresa? Ladies and gentlemen, very quickly, this is not a one-man band. This is not a one-man team. Shout out to Teresa, Nicole, Priscilla, Maura, Michelle, Kelvin, everybody, Angelina, everybody that's in here right now answering questions. I see you guys in here. So thank you guys so much for just standing in the gap for us and taking care of business. Maria says, if I didn't receive a paper mail assessment notice, can I view the notice online? Kind of, sort of. So if you didn't receive it in the mail, you can go to our website, cookcountyassessor.com, and just check and see what your 2020 value is. But to get the actual reassessment notice, you have to contact our Freedom of Information department. So just, again, inbox us. We'll send you the direct contact for them, and then we can make that happen. Okay. Peg's Law says, when will reassessment notices be mailed out for South Suburbs? Will the notices be available online? If so, what dates? So very simple, Pegs. If you go to our website, cookcountyassessor.com, and then you go to appeals, click there, click appeals calendar, you find your specific township there. That will let you know when your township is open for appeals. Reassessment notices are being mailed. I already got mine. I live in the South Suburbs. But each township in the South has specific dates of when things are going to be mailed out. So just go ahead and check there, find your township, and you can see when you should be expecting it in the mail. Peg's Law, I don't see bedrooms as a characteristics. I am in a development. My neighbors and I all have the same builder. My home has 2 bedrooms, and most of the neighbors have 3-bedroom model. Is there a difference enough for an appeal considering my home would not sell for as much? So this is a different kind of situation, Peg. So what you want to do is when you file an appeal, there's an area in there where you can submit a narrative, right? This is you saying, hey, guys, there's something special or unique or different I want you to know. Just tell us that. Hey, my home is this. My home only has 2 bedrooms, and my neighbors have 4 or 5 bedrooms, and we're all different, but our values, what's going on? Very simple. Just go ahead and put it in there, and we'll take care of it. Also, guys, Teresa is in the comments right now. So you guys can right now, as we're doing this live, go ahead and send her your property PIN number, and she can go ahead and look this information up for you guys. So please take advantage of that. Mike Sweeney, how you doing, Mike? With COVID causing obvious delays in processing and work production, that's not true at all. How will the assessor's office ensure that all appeals are properly reviewed? The assessor has already pledged to have work completed and sent to the Board of Review, so the 2020 tax bills will be on time. Well, Michael, what we do here in our office is we make sure that we're all working diligently. We're all doing everything we need to do to the best of our ability, right? We're all working remotely, but work is getting done. We're actually on track to making sure everything's on point for this coming year. So again, if you have any other kind of questions like that, you could just make sure you subscribe to the Assessor's YouTube, the Instagram, the Facebook, the Twitter, because we have these type of events all the time. And this is where we kind of answer those questions and make sure things are getting done, and vice versa. This is where taxpayers can say, hey, guys, I submitted this. I'm not really sure what's happening. Can you let us know? You can also send us a DM. You can also inbox us. You can also contact us via our website. We do this every day. So we get about, well, I can't say how many emails we get. We get a lot of emails, but we make sure they're answered within 24 hours. So there's not that much of a delay, but we're definitely making sure we're doing the best that we can. Thank you guys for your grace. Thank you guys for your patience. Thank you for understanding, because no one in the world could have, anticipated a world pandemic like this. So. Oh, and shout out to Priscilla Cepeda. If we have anybody in here where English is not your first language and you feel more comfortable speaking in Spanish or writing in Spanish, go ahead and do that. Priscilla will be answering those questions as well. I was supposed to say that at the very beginning. I'm so sorry, guys, but we're in here multi-language. Let's do it. Are those all the questions?
Hi, Hector. I think so.
Well, I was looking forward to doing more, but I want to make sure we're working hard out here,
All right, I'll add back.
All right. I don't see any other questions, but now we're going to have the assessor come in. Let's give him a round of applause.
And let's not forget to applaud Commissioner Aguilar, who made this all possible, who put this all together. Thank you again.
Yeah,
Round of applause, everybody, ladies and gentlemen.
thank you. Okay, I have a question.
Talk to me.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I have a question. This is a rare situation that happened a few times, where a homeowner apparently has a 3-flat building, and the county records show that's a 3-flat, and the municipality says it only has a 2-flat, even though it meets qualifications, the ceiling height, the 2 exits, but yet the municipality says no, it's only registered as a 2-flat, but the county record shows a 3-flat. How can they make those adjustments? I've seen it a couple of times, ran into it in my district, and the municipality, they go back and forth, where they can establish the record of the municipality and the county to coincide. What would they have to do?
Yeah, so that's boss. You okay if I handle this one, or?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So this is super easy. It's super common. We see this all the time, actually. So what needs to happen is the following. If they're saying that we have the information incorrect, then they need to provide proof of that, right? So how do you do that?
Yes.
You would file an appeal. You would take pictures and go show, hey guys, look, these are not 3 units. They're only 2 units. You would provide that information. And then you could also take it a step forward and do a field check, have somebody actually come out and redraw, remeasure the property as well. And just go ahead and submit all of that information in. Once an analyst gets that, then they will see, okay, maybe there is an error here somewhere. Maybe there was something that wasn't checked correctly, and we'll definitely work that out.
Okay. So it could go either way. So a 2 flat could be a 3 flat if it meets the qualifications.
I wouldn't say it like that. I would say if this person is trying to say that their home is not a 3 flat, they have to prove that it is a 3 flat.
Yes.
Oh, then they just
flat. It's registered with county records as a 3 flat, but in the municipality it says it's only a 2 flat. But even though it qualifies on the municipality codes because it has the ceiling height and the 2 exits, and they can't do anything with the building because according to the municipality, it's only a 2 flat, but the county record shows that's a 3 flat.
Yeah, all they have to do is go ahead and just if you know who the person is, have them contact us directly with their name, their number, and their PIN number, and we'll definitely jump on this for them.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, and Commissioner, that's just a good example of, with all the accumulated history of trying to get information about buildings, homes. Sometimes building permits aren't reported to us. Sometimes, we didn't, over the years record them properly. There might have been an error, or the measurement might have been wrong. People should always check on your assessment notice. What are the characteristics that we have there to make sure it's right. Oftentimes, when we get things wrong, and we do sometimes get things wrong, it's not because of the formula. It's because we didn't have the good data. So people should always check that.
Yeah, it's a rare. It happened, but I saw it a couple times in the last few years. So anyway, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Commissioner, and thanks everyone for being here tonight. Do we have any more questions in the meantime, or should we wrap it up here, Hector?
I do not see any other questions here, so if you want to go ahead and take us out, Assessor, that would be awesome. Okay, well, I just wanted to thank the Commissioner again for this opportunity to speak to our constituents in Cicero. I'm just north of you in Oak Park. We got nice weather here, so I hope all of us can go enjoy the rest of the evening in a safe way. We look forward to being with all of you in person next time, and we're always here to help you out. As Hector mentioned, we are there to reach out and communicate with you wherever you are. So use our website, which we work so hard to make better so it serves you better. We'll be adding more tools there. And DMing, Facebook, the whole thing, wherever you are, you can reach out to us and we'll be responsive.
Thank you. And I want to thank my staff for helping put this together again. Thank you. Shout out to my staff.
Definitely. This is not easy. This is not anything simple by any means. So your team's doing definitely your team is doing great. And we definitely we definitely love doing these type of events. So thank you guys. Thank you, Assessor, for being here tonight. Thank you, Commissioner, for being here tonight. We appreciate you guys. You guys have a good night. Be safe, and go eat some ice cream or something.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.